Jay in Toronto writes to me, Paul, I have a bone to pick with you. Well, you and a whole bunch of other people want to pick bones. Where did we ever get that? Where did we get that? It must be back in prehistoric days when people sat around a campfire chewing on bones or something. Okay, anyway. I have a system based on many PS Audio products, a Stellar Phono preamp, a BHK preamp, M700 monoblocks, and most recently a pair of Aspen FR10 loudspeakers. Good work. I mean, that's got to be a killer system. When I got the FR10s and set them up, I was disappointed with the sound. Yikes. Soundstage was flat. The speakers didn't disappear as you said they would. I contacted PS Audio for help and was provided your setup guide and reference CD. Great customer service, by the way. Oh, thank you. The guide was helpful to better understand how changing certain positions affected the sound. However, my bone to pick is that the octave recordings are just too good. I found that it was easy to get them to sound excellent on the FR10s, and then when I switched to my regular playlist, it didn't sound good at all. I ended up using recordings that I'm more familiar with, and in particular ones that irritate me when not set up correctly. This seemed to work for me better than the octave recordings, which are amazing. So, are the octave recordings too good for amateurs? The FR10s now disappear completely with the sound coming from behind the speakers, just as you described. I found it was a matter of inches to get them dialed in perfectly. Well, I'm glad you got those all, and thank you for bone picking with me. It's not an unusual thing. Yeah, octave recordings are a huge step up from your average, and you know, I appreciate the humor of all that. The thing is, we want to work to make all of it work in our systems. So one of the things that I like to do is present a fairly balanced playlist where you have some octave recordings, you have some audiophile standards, you have some difficult to reproduce tracks, and through all of them, you just keep working to get it to where all of them do what they should be doing. So the octave things like, whoa, stunning. The other commercial ones, really good. And when you reach that point, which I'm guessing is the next step in your journey, that's going to be a really good point for you. And it's all set up because you have Aspen FR10s. Those are great loudspeakers. You have the equipment. You have everything you need, but setup is so, so key. So I'm glad you were able to get the Audiophiles guide or whatever they sent you to help out with that, because I mean, I cannot overemphasize setup and how important it is. Dialing those speakers in. I've told this story 100 times. You walk into a room at a trade show, at a consumer high-end show, and it's a hotel room. Look, I've been in hundreds of them, and they're difficult to set up. But how often have I walked in and heard great equipment just, oh, man, and just turned around and walked right back out, all set up. And it breaks my heart because, you know, I could just walk in and just say, do you want some help? But I don't do that, because I'd probably be shot. So don't want to get shot. All right. Thanks for the note. Bye.